Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live, Monday morning, the 16th of November. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have everybody tuning in. See, we've got a busy crowd this morning. Rich, Jeremiah, Andrew. Andrew says, me and Kyle got to talk after last night. Not sure what we need to talk about, but okay. Kirk, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Trey, good morning. Tony, good morning. Big A&T, good morning. Alex S., good morning. TMW. Brandon Bryant, Big Ass Redwood. Nathan. Dub Bishop in the house, good morning. Ross Pitts, good morning. Trey, good morning. Daryl, good morning. Joe, good morning. Allie's View, good morning. Jay Shep, Daryl. Fast Freddy in the house. If I miss you, it's nothing personal. Tony Yang. Just means I just didn't see it. Mikey B in the house. Yo Schmig. Chicken Sauce. Josh D. Arun, good morning. Rory, good morning. Ty, good morning. Trey. Dana, good morning. Katie Lee, good morning. Manuel, good morning. Marty Hart, good morning. Andrew, good morning. Lenny G, good morning. Nathan, good morning. Scott, good morning. Pat, good morning. Last of a Dying Breed. Jay Shep, good morning. Jalen, what's going on, sir? Good morning. Ty Clinton, good morning. See, we've got a nice little crowd building for a Monday morning. Winston, good morning. Says 14K weekend, you the man. Thank you, Winston. Glad to have you on board. School Block, good morning. Josh says, I bet 1,100 on the Raiders and Kyle, I trust. Prantia, good morning. Focus Sports, good morning. Never as in the house. Jacob, good morning. Fast Freddy said he's getting a haircut and a shave, but he's on standby. Daryl, good morning. Absolutely, Anthony. Congrats to everybody that bet the futures bet on Dustin. I did give it out last week as well as to be leading after the first round. Both winners. Both paid nice. Young Trills, his new subscriber. I'm here to get rich. Welcome. Sterling says, lost all my parlays yesterday. Now, that generally happens with parlays. That's too bad, though. Nathan says, too many good spots this coming weekend, big money weekend. It was a big money week last week, too. Jay Shep says, the Raiders put me up 2K now. Thanks, Kyle. You're very welcome. Shane says, won big on the Raiders, lost big on the Ravens. That's too bad. That's too bad. William tuning in via text. Thank you. LT, good morning. J. Hugh, good morning. Chubb rigged it. No, Chubb did what he was supposed to do, run out of bounds. They could end the game. You know, these players are not worried about your sports bets. It's the one thing you can't handicap over. What do I think about round robin bets versus parlays? It's the exact same thing, except for a round robin, you're betting all the different scenarios. They're all just you're still betting parlays. Just called a round robin because you're betting every different option. Andrew says, I started with you last week. I was 3-0 on free picks. I bet 80% of my bankroll on the Ravens game, and I lost. Lesson learned. If I'm going to go big, buy the guaranteed plays. Even the guaranteed plays, shit happens. We lost our big guaranteed Saturday play. We've only lost one Sunday play the whole year, though. We're 9-1 on our big Sunday NFL guarantees. But yeah, putting 80% of your bankroll even on a guarantee is probably never advised. But yeah, that's always tough. That's always tough. I will, LT. I will. Shoot me a message. I will. Remo says, who else had a shit ton on Chubb going out of bounds and Kyler Murray kneeling? Unlucky. Unlucky, yes, but that's football. That's football. That's actually smart football. Kyler Murray kneeling with a second left on the clock was solely to avoid the opportunity that you can block and return the extra point attempt. Happened to the Atlanta Falcons a couple years ago. Chubb running out of bounds. As far as football goes, that was a football play right there. Trust me, he could have padded his stat and added that big run onto the end of his stat, but he would have got chewed out by his coach, the quarterback. I mean, he was already told in his interview, if you ask him or if you listen, well, Andrew, I hope you didn't put the other 20% of your bankroll on the free play, because the free play is not even a premium play. It's just one of our regular small free plays. Not to say our free plays aren't good. They went 15-4 last week. Not bad. Not bad. Unfortunately, the four losers came over the weekend, splitting out, going 4-4. But yeah, free plays, not bad. Not bad this last week. Not bad at all this last week, especially considering it's 100% free. We'll get to tonight's game, no doubt about it. At one point, we'll get to tonight's game. Ty says some people were on the right side, some were on the wrong side with Chubb. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's for sure. That is for sure. Do I have a losing ticket from Green Bay? I bet Green Bay. I bet Green Bay. I bet them all. I bet them all. What did I lose on Green Bay? 3,300. I had 3,300 on all my personal plays yesterday. Went 3-1. Well, I had a little more with juice on the teaser, but went 3-1 overall. William texts me, Kyle, I'm always, why was Cleveland was up 2? If they score, they're up by 8 or 9. No way they get beat. So why run out of bounds? Makes no sense. It absolutely does run out of bounds. Shit can happen. Shit can happen. Touchdown, onside recovery. Another touchdown or a field goal, it's still mathematically possible. But if you go down and you kneel and you go out of bounds and then you get the first down, you could end the game. Happens all the time. You get that first down, what happens? You kneel, game over. You don't have to take another snap. You don't got to risk any players getting hurt. On no other attempts. Give it a little squib kick on the kickoff. Boom, game over. Yeah, Justice, I bet every game that I give out. Every game that I give out. But I can't say I'm disappointed. I went 3-1. I'll take that on a Sunday. Plus my the Sunday NFL guaranteed play. Cool. Premium plays ended up splitting out 2-2. No big deal. I mean, it sucks. I would have rather have gone 3-1. I had a nice big ticket. Actually, I had two nice tickets on the Ravens last night. LT should have been like Gruley and forgot, right? Fast Freddy says the golf courses are closed on Mondays, but Cap Nation is open. We're always open. Joe says, seems like a lot of good teams play down to their competition. Absolutely. It's like golfing. If you ever play golf and you play with some people that shoot better than you, you generally play a better round as well. Last of a Dying Breed says, I won the Buffalo game because of that Arizona extra point kneel down. Absolutely. That was a good game. That was a good game. Not going to lie, I actually had a little second half parlay that I did. Actually, it wasn't little. It's for $750 on Arizona laying 3 in the second half, as well as the Raiders laying a half a point. Pittsburgh laying the 6 or 6.5. That was a good one, depending on where you got it at. It didn't matter anyways. That was a nice one. Should have made that the final premium play rather than the Ravens. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. We go 13-0 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for our free plays. Saturday and Sunday, we split out and go 2-2 overall on our free plays. And all of a sudden, all the haters come out of the woodworks on YouTube, pointing out the fact that we lost a free play. You was wrong, my boy. Looks like this is wrong. Lost so much with this bet, right? What the hell? I thought it was easy money. Actually, I said the NFL Sunday play was easy money there, moron. Always cracks me up. You a liar. Oh yeah, because we've got the magic 8 ball, and I can see the future. I don't think too many people were out there predicting that the Patriots were going to come out and just dominate on both sides of the field from start to finish based on what they haven't been able to do. I mean, hell, they only won against the Jets because it was a gimme. Enrique says you win some and you lose some. Well, we win a lot and we lost a few. No big deal, though. No big deal for us at all. Bob Smith says the refs also screwed the Ravens. You know, there was definitely some questionable calls. Jaquan says, I think Kyle's the quarterback for every game, right? Like, I'm out there. Yeah, Bob, that first down spot, that was a rough one, let me tell you. Trey, absolutely. That's why they don't bother me. Ross Pitts says they should take the winnings off the free plays and buy a package. Just saying. I like that idea. Exactly. Joe Free says we did great. They are free plays. If people pay. Absolutely. 100% agree. Kirk says, where did Cam come from? He has not played this, played all year, played like this all year, and in the rain looked good. Cam looked great. And watch, they're going to go out next week, and they're going to absolutely suck. Cam will go out next week, and they're going to be like, where's Cam last week? You know, that's exactly what I was expecting out of the Ravens. That's exactly what I was expecting out of the Ravens. The way they finished that second half game against the Colts a week ago was exactly what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the home dog and the Patriots and Cam Newton just to come out and just light the world on fire last night. And not even in the rain, in a damn hurricane. Rory says, yep, Cam who? Exactly. Cam who? And then they're going to come out next week against the Texans, and the Texans will probably notch a victory. Oh, Justice, absolutely. Cam puts in work. He puts in work every week. Cam puts in work every week. Cherry, good morning. You know, Kirk, I thought so in the first half 2 weeks ago against the Colts, but he came out in that second half and he went 10 for 10. And he got into a groove. He definitely had some great moments last night. And then, I mean, let's be honest. He made some great plays. His receivers dropped a few key passes that definitely would have helped along the way. To say that we would have, busted and covered, probably not. Probably not. Where I see the game faulting was the Ravens defense. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Where was that Ravens defense? Because they weren't there last night, that's for sure. Exactly, Joe. Jarvis, the Madden curse. Jeremiah says, hey guys, there's 164 live now. Come on, hit the thumbs up. for our brother Kyle. We definitely appreciate it when you do. Helps get our video trending in YouTube and point it in the right direction. Yeah, Justice, agreed. You know, turnovers can turnovers alter the course of a game, no doubt about it, especially in a game where you're hoping to win by a possession. Antoine, good morning, sir. You know, it was definitely you got to put a lot of blame on the Ravens D. How many 3rd and longs or 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 4s? I don't even think Cam and the Patriots ever needed to make a pass. They could have just ran the ball. It seemed like they were ripping off 4 to 5.5 yards. Andrew, have I ever thought about making a Discord? Yeah, we have. No need to, in my opinion. Roy says Cam looked shocked he won, right? Right there. But again, you just got to ask yourself, where was the Ravens defense? I honestly don't even think Cam needed to pass the ball at all last night. All they had to do was run. That Ravens defense couldn't stop anything yesterday. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But hey, premium plays ended up finishing out the week yesterday 2-2. My personal plays 3-1. We won our big Sunday NFL guaranteed play. The big ones won. And if you guys are not, Nathan says I hate his hats. I used to hate his hats. And then I watched that press release last night. I don't know what the hell that was, but, more power to the guy. More power to the guy. I used to think the same thing, and then I just started accepting it. Yeah, Fast Freddy, UCLA plays USC every year. They play every year. Even on a shortened schedule, it's always... Everyone says Ravens are going to have to stop Derrick Henry next week with that run defense. And you know what's crazy? What's crazy is they'll go out and they'll probably stop him, no questions asked. They'll go out and they'll probably stop him, no questions asked. Like it's nothing. They'll go out and they'll stop him, no issues whatsoever. Shane, which one would I recommend? They're both great. You can't go wrong with either one. Every day is different. Every day is different, so I couldn't tell you one day you'll have 2 plays or 3 plays or 1 play, but every day is different. But you can't go wrong with any one. Alonzo, my brother, south of the border, thanks for jumping on board again for another week of the combo package. I see you just signed up. Big difference between premiums and my personals. First of all, my personals are me, myself, and I, as well as I text out my personal plays. Premium plays you get right on the website each and every single day. As well as premium plays are put out by myself as well as everybody else on the company. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 quick second. Okay. Justice, will the $300 package still be available tomorrow? It should be. It should be. Andrew, do I bet all year long? I do, but I don't bet tennis. Samuel says, with your advice, hit them hard. Last week, 14,000. Thanks, Kyle. You're very welcome. Mark, haven't jumped into that game yet. Not yet, anyways. But we will shortly. Alan, thank you for jumping on board. 3 days of my personal plays. I know you're new to the website. If you're watching, it'll tell you to call in, but no need to call in. I will text you my personal plays, and I'll reach out here as soon as we get off the live show if you're watching. Chris says, almost lose to the Jets and then stomp the Ravens. Right? Exactly. I don't think anybody expected that. Couldn't stop the Jets, nearly lost to the Jets, and then come in and absolutely demolish the Ravens. Crazy. And then next week against the Texans, they'll probably come in and struggle and lose. And we'll be see, told you so. Sorry, I was reading something funny. That's funny. So, nonetheless, the show must go on. Shane, for the most part, they are. Sometimes we mix in some other bets. And if you don't have the option to bet the other bets, that's fine. Don't bet the other bets. Or open up a secondary book, which is something I always recommend. But yeah, for the most part, they're usually cider totals, teasers. Occasionally, we'll throw one out. Jalen's team, Dolphins notched another victory yesterday. Absolutely. Nick Rez says, I love the show. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Boss says, how did Lamar forget to run? There was a couple opportunities. He could have ripped off some huge runs. He definitely had some opportunities, that's for sure. And it looked like some lost opportunities. Yeah, Jalen, your team's won what, 5 straight? Cortland coming in liking the opposite of the chat, says he likes the Bears and the over tonight. Very nice. We're going to take a look at that game here in a minute. Take a look at that game here in just a minute. Give me one quick second, folks. Alrighty. Jalen says, I can lose all my plays as long as the Dolphins win. I'm a rich man. Justice, it is what it is. Nothing we could do about it now. Monday morning quarterbacks, right? Nick Gress says we need 190 likes today. It would definitely be nice. Rookie MVP, what's going on? Sterling, good morning. Says it's going to be a shit show in tonight's game. Steve says if people have to blame somebody when they lose. Exactly. They could blame me, right? Marley, no, I wouldn't lay 1.5. Oh, you mean the over? 1.5? I took money line. I'm expecting a low-scoring game. What was the record on the UFC? I think he ended up winning 2 units and then hammering the max fight pick, which was a winner. I don't have the exact record on me, but it was a winning UFC card on Saturday. Ross Pitt says, Kyle, I'm ready to make another G. Fantastic. Are we going over the MAC today? It's possible. If not, we definitely will be tomorrow. I will tell you this much. Give me 1 second. One quick second. But I will tell you this much. We do have something very big in the works. Can't tell you exactly what it is just yet, but I will shortly. Probably later on this afternoon, we'll be able to make an announcement. Let me just put it this way. It's going to be a big week. It's going to be a big week, that's for sure. Well, Shane, the one big difference between them and us is we actually bet. You know what I mean? We actually bet, and we bet for thousands of dollars. So, big difference between us and other people is we bet, plain and simple. and that's generally where people see a big difference. I wouldn't be putting thousands of dollars on a game if we sucked, that's for sure. Reading through some of the comments. Kyle, man, thank you. RX Sonny, good morning. Yeah, good day yesterday. Absolutely, thank you. 3-1 on personal plays. We'll take it. Plus a big Sunday NFL winner. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely was a good day yesterday, and we're going to have another good day today, that's for sure. Getting ready to break down these games. Break down the Monday Night Football game. We'll see where we have time to go from there. It's going to be a good week. We've got football 7 days a week this week, folks. Football 7 days a week this week. And I'm super excited. More MAC action on Tuesday and Wednesday. Of course we do, Justice. I don't have them sitting on this computer because this computer is strictly for running the live show. But yeah, we do. Duke says we bet and we air fry, right? I think we need to give away an air fryer. What do you guys think? Maybe we need to do an air fryer giveaway. Because we talk about them so much from last week. Maybe we need to give away an air fryer. A Cappers Nation air fryer. That would be classic. Live show giving away an air fryer. Mike says big if here. Does Khalil Mack destroy Kirk Cousins? I'm sure he gets to him at least once. Destroy? I don't know. The destroy part, I don't know. Rich says, hell yeah, then I can put the money I set aside for one on the Bears game. Thomas, yeah, we'll have personal plays. They're not out yet. They'll be out after the live show. There's no rush in the morning. There's no rush in the morning. But yeah, I will have some. It'll be a good day today. We've been killing Mondays. Mondays have been good for us. Justice says the shipping would be a pain for an air fryer. No doubt about it. I'd probably just order it on Amazon and send it to somebody. That way they get free shipping. Joseph, there will be premium plays today. None of our plays are out yet. They'll be out when we're off the live show. Weird. But yeah, no, we'll have premium plays, personal plays, the whole works. Everything will be going out just as normal. Justin says, yes, use your Amazon Prime, right? So, diving in today's game, you can get the Vikings laying 3 minus 131. You can get a minus 3.5 at minus 106, plus 3.5 minus $1.14, with a total over and under 43.5. The good old Chicago weather tonight. Supposed to be clear. Tonight. But I know they have a slight breeze. Cool, clear, and a slight breeze. Yeah, Junior, that Arizona Neil killed a lot of people. That killed a lot of people. I wouldn't expect wind to be a major factor at all. Mark Lamar could have went for a hell of a lot more. That is for sure. As Hartford just said, weather is fine here. As far as this game goes, in the total, obviously you take a look at the Bears. Take a look at their last 3 games, just for reference. They've lost all 3. They've put up 10, 23, and 17 in their losses, with a total of 34, 49, and 41 being the final scores. Thank you, Gilbert. I appreciate that. Glad you were able to log in. You take a look at the Vikings in their last 3 games, and actually, almost all their games have been high scoring, except for the Colts game earlier in the season. Vikings defense gives up a good amount. As Real Champ just said, their secondary shit. As well as the Vikings have been a scoring machine as of late. They've been putting it on. Now, they did give up 40 to Atlanta in their 40-23 loss. Since then, they rattled off 2 straight wins, beating Green Bay 28-22 and the Lions 34-20. Jalen says Chicago more than likely wins, but it'll be close. Chicago 12-3 against the spread at home against the Vikings. Minnesota 0-7 against the spread on the road when playing on Monday night. Chicago's 30-5 to the under at home after a game with a turnover margin of -2 or worse. Both teams -3 on the turnovers. Both teams prone to turnovers. Both teams have a hard time stopping the run, giving up over 4 yards per carry. And we'll go more in depth into all of that as well. We'll go more in depth into that. One quick second here, folks. All right. Jared Nichols says, Bears know, or Bears win. They know the game plan. Stop Cook. I think in the last couple games, the Vikings have shown that it could be more than just Cook that can torch a team. But yeah, Dalvin Cook, his last game against the Lions, I mean, he absolutely went off. What do you have? 206 rush yards, 46 receiving yards. But don't forget, Jefferson had 64 as well. Rudolph hit 40 on 3 receptions. Kirk didn't have to throw the ball a lot in that game. They didn't need to. Lions couldn't stop the run. Bears give up 4.1 yards on average per carry as well. So I would expect to see a lot of Cook runs today. A lot. Could be frozen, Bobby. Yeah, it's frozen. Looks normal. In their win over Green Bay. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze now. Oh, excuse me. Sneezing after surgery 2 weeks ago still hurts. You know, even their win against Green Bay, Cousins hasn't had to throw in the ball. He threw the ball 14 times. He went 11 of 14, had 1 touchdown, 160 yards. No interception. Hell, Cook got 30 touches. He also got 2 receptions. It'll be very hard to stop Cook on both sides. You can either stop him running the ball, but I don't think you can do both. Joe Free says 238 people here in the chat, only 66 likes. Come on, like the chat. We definitely appreciate it when you do. Not a requirement, but it definitely helps us out. We definitely appreciate it when you do. Shane, thanks for jumping on board my plays. I know it says to call in, but no need to call in. I will reach out when we get off the live chat, welcome you on board, and send you my personal plays as well. Rich says, don't blow out that new nose of yours. You know, I had a lot of gunk in there yesterday after the live show, and I got a lot out. Some massive thing from surgery that usually the doctors have been, going and removing. But I definitely made it a little tender, that's for sure. Mari says, Cook sets up everything for the Vikings offense to be able to pass when needed in this one. Yeah, I definitely agree. Cook will, no doubt about it, Cook is going to be a huge factor in the game. Huge factor in the game. But again, if the Bears are so focused on Cook, they may overlook some other big pieces to the puzzle. Matthew, my Monday morning is going fantastic. Thank you. Who gets to a good start first? Well, it's too hard to tell. Well, just send me a case of Q-tips. Can you get one of those hats? Yeah. Click on the shop link on the website. Blake says he hopes he gets less than 25 points in fantasy. I think I won again last week in my fantasy. I play in one fantasy football. And it's a big money league. It was $1,000 a buy-in and $100 a move. Actually, I did win last week. Whooped the snot out of them. 134.44 to 105.38. And just think, A.J. Brown only got me 2 points. Junior says Vikings have been playing too good, due for an upset. They have definitely been playing good. You know, you've got the Bears, who were 5-4 straight up, 5-4 against spread, 3-6 to the over. And then you've got the Vikings, 3-5, 5-3 against the spread, 6-2 to the over. If you've been betting the Vikings and the over, you've been cashing pretty good. 5-2 against the spread, 6-2 to the over. Blake, yeah, it's the one that I play in with some old fishing friends of mine. It's a big one. I won it a couple years ago, but I say I usually suck because I don't make any moves. Very rarely. I think I've made a couple moves only because my defense had a bye last week, or no, my kicker had a bye 2 weeks ago or something like that. And I get so busy with work, because obviously Sundays is one of our busiest days, that I always forget to set my lineup. And it's funny. So far, and it's sad, I'm 4-5. I'm 4-5. And 4 of the losses, I forgot to set my lineup, and I didn't even have players playing. So big mistakes by me. Or else I'd probably be, I don't know if I would have won or not, but I definitely would have. I would never went back and looked. But I definitely would have done a lot better. But I'm in 6th spot right now, so I'm slowly working my way up. I should be in 5th after it's official tonight. Trying to see something. And in my division, I'm working my way up. I will still be 3rd. Although actually, if Jefferson can get 6 points or more, 6.5 points or more, I'll be tied for 3rd. I'll move up in my division. But again, I'm not a big fantasy guy, and I just don't have the time on Sundays. Sundays are so damn busy. Junior says these Monday Night Football's been hard to figure out. We've been killing Monday Night Footballs. Alex, good morning. Leroy, God bless. Thank you. We usually win Sunday Night Football, but last night we did not. Last night we got the snot kicked out of us. That's for sure. Andrew, do you guys recommend the combo package? He might be asking you guys in the live chat. I recommend whatever your bankroll can afford. You know what I mean? I will give you one piece of advice. The longer the package, the cheaper it is overall. The longer the package, the cheaper it is overall. But yeah, there's a lot of people in the live chat that are on the combo package, or my personal plays or premium plays. That's for sure. John, good morning. Tan says, I don't want to look at my ticket from last night. Yeah, definitely. Ravens rode the suck bus for us yesterday. Unfortunately. But nonetheless, we'll have a nice big bounce back today. Chris says I've been making more money on Mac football than the NFL. The good old Mac. The good old Mac. You know the cool thing about the Mac is it's back tomorrow. It's back tomorrow, and later on this afternoon, stand by for a big announcement coming later on this afternoon. Because we will have a big announcement to make later on this afternoon. Nathan says college is better to bet, better odds. I don't know how the odds would be any different. If you're betting the spread, they're all generally minus $1.10. So I can't really see how the odds would be any better. But I know a lot of people that just like betting college over pro. Some people do better at one versus the other, where I like to think that we're multi-talented and very capable to handle both. Rich, is the announcement that you're taking us all for ice cream? Yes, taking you guys all for ice cream, so stay tuned later. Adam, no, I won't be on the live. It'll probably be emailed. It'll be everywhere. Emailed, Twitter, you name it. Real Champ says the line begging for the Bears' money, but injuries and the Vikings' little hot streak. Kirk gets first win on Monday night. We're going to finish breaking down that game. We'll take a look at it. We will take a look at it, that's for sure. Folks, I think the air fryer is the official mascot of the channel. Right? We should give away an air fryer. We should give away an air fryer. I'll talk to the guys, see if we can give away an air fryer or something. Nathan, should you put money on USA Soccer? Well, we did give away a free play on it, you know. It's not a premium, it's not a monster play or anything like that. But yeah, it's a good one. Did I bet on the soccer play? I bet it last night. I bet the soccer play we gave out last night. So for everybody looking at it, I bet it last night when the lines were actually good. I said in the video we'd push that line up to over 200. I bet it when it was 160. Now you got to lay 222 on. Yeah, Duke, our daily free play video. The daily free play video that got put out last night. Is that Gills? What's the Monday Night Football picks? Don't know yet. We're slowly diving into the game. Why did the spread jump to 3.5? Well, when you start taking a look at it, it's 3.5 minus 106. They're just trying to even out the action, in my opinion. that will probably, I mean, I hope you win. Bob Smith, that's probably going to be a losing proposition. USA hasn't given up a goal yet. As far as the money goes on this game tonight, how the money goes and the money flows. A lot of money on the Vikings, 31% on the Bears, 69% laying the points with the Vikings, 57% on the under. And keep in mind, that line has gradually risen from 2.5 to 3 to now 3.5 at even money. So it's still, you can still find it at 3. A lot of books have it at 3, but you got to lay 125. A lot of books have it at 3, but it's minus 125. I wouldn't say it's an extreme amount of money. There'll be some money coming in on the Bears, especially if you ask, the live chat here. Live chat's a good inclination that a lot of people in the live chat like the Bears. It's not saying what I like. I haven't said what I like. But as far as the live chat goes, live chat is definitely leaning towards the Bears. I definitely feel that there's some other avenues to bet in this one. Nathan says, yes, a lot of Bears fans. I agree. Definitely a lot of Bears fans in here. And I think there's multiple avenues to bet this game, from the total to, and I'm not giving out over-under as of yet, but first half, I think there's definitely some quality avenues to this game. Blake says, I like whatever Kyle likes. Adam says, I don't bet against Dalvin Cook, hoping he fails. Makes watching the game miserable as he runs up and down the field on you. Right? Right? It would definitely be the case if you were going up against him, that's for sure. JJ Hollywood says, don't overthink it, people. Vikings win this game. Unless you're taking the money line, there's more to it than do they just win the game. You got to worry about they covered in the 3 or 3.5. Now, I know an hour ago it was reported that Allen Robinson was trending in the right direction to be able to play. Lex says Kirk Cousins is still Washington football quality. Vikings plus 4.5. I don't know where you find 4.5 unless you take them on a big teaser. Unless you took them on a big teaser. You can get them at plus 4 in a teaser. Rory says under all the way. Total's 43.5 right now. Total's 43.5. All right, so let's dive into the game. All right, first of all, we all know Cook's going to be a big target for tonight. Target on both sides. From the defense trying to stop him to the offense, trying to get them rolling. Vikings are averaging 27.1 points per game. Bears 19.8. Bears have been averaging an anemic 82 yards rushing the ball, 3.7 yards per carry, 235 in the air, 5.7 yards per passing attempt, with Big Dick Nick, who just can't seem to get shit going. The Vikings averaging 160 on the ground, 5.5 yards per carry, obviously with Cook at the helm of the team. They're averaging 222 in the air at 8.5 yards per passing attempt. Remember, Kirk Cousins and their little 2-game win streak, he really hasn't thrown the ball much. He hasn't needed to. When Cook goes off for 150 or 200 yards and another 50 to 60 receiving, there's no need to. Just hand the ball. Give me 1 second. Okay. Greg, if you're watching, I just saw your email, and I'll reply to you when we get off the live show. AT says 2 TDs from the Bears, 1 from the defense. Lex says we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the prediction. You know, as far as this one goes, we'll dive into it. $17 Clipper says 7-point teaser Vikings over. Give me 1 second. I just went to the wrong page here. I need to go back to my login. I got logged out. You know, when you start diving in, you start looking at, you know, primarily defenses. Both defenses give up a lot of points. Well, Bears not a lot, but a quality amount. Bears giving up 21.1 points per game. Vikings giving up 29.2 points per game. Bears stopping the run. They give up 4.1 yards on average per carry. 117 on the ground. Cody Sanders losing week last week, ready to rebound this week. Sorry to hear you had a losing week. Cody. Nathan says Cook seems like a defense or a nightmare for any defense. Absolutely. You know, Bears give up 4.1 yards per carry, 117 on the ground. In the air, they're giving up 6.3 yards per passing attempt, 218. They're -3 on turnovers. Who scores the first touchdown for the Bears? We'll take a look at that one. I don't know necessarily for the Bears. In general, but we'll definitely take a look at it. We'll get to the props here in a little bit, here shortly. As far as the Vikings go, when they're on defense, they're giving up nearly 30 points, giving up 29.2 points a game. To opposing running teams, they give up 4.2 yards per carry, 125 on the ground. You know, the Bears are pretty anemic when it comes to running the ball. If they want an opportunity to run the ball, there will definitely be an opportunity for them today. AT says Cook will under today. Mike Brown says every home team won yesterday except Carolina. That's why I had a bad feeling about Baltimore. Henry and Barkley shut down by the Bears. That is very true. Bears still lost to the Titans, 24-17. You know, and don't forget, Kirk Cousins is capable of throwing the ball. He is. You know, that he is. Cody, you can find all our packages on our website. We've got everywhere from 3-day packages to year packages, all on the website. I'll post a link to it right now. The longer the package, the cheaper overall per day, per week. The price, you can get a 3-day package for $99 to a big combo package to year packages. But they're all on the website. They're all on the website. There's a link to it for everybody that wants to take a look at them. And again, we do have premium plays and my personal plays for today. Not consistent. Well, he's been kind of consistent the last couple games, that's for sure. Been consistently handing the ball off to Cook. That's for sure. That's been consistent. But yeah, we'll finish up this game day breakdown. We'll dive into it. Then what we'll do is we'll jump into the props as well, okay? We'll take a look at some props as well for you guys. Okay. So, Vikings are secondary. They give up 288 yards, 7.8 yards per passing attempt. They're both -3 on turnovers, both turnover prone. D-Wade, I got to give out an air fryer to everyone. I don't know why I'd give out an air fryer to everyone. Everyone here's not making me money. Lex says, good response, consistently handing the ball off to Cook. Hey, it's true. Stuart Hall, USA and Panama going to score enough for the over? Probably not. Probably not. I see that game as a 1-0 USA game. That's why I gave it out the way I gave it out. That's why I bet it when I bet it before that line moved. Before the rest of the world woke up and realized there was a good soccer play today. Vikings riding their 2-game win streak. They beat the Lions by 14. They beat Green Bay by 6, 28-22. No, D-Wade. During the week, they're usually out around 2 p.m. Eastern time. Lex says he'll take food instead. He'd rather me Uber eat him some food. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Cousins throwing an interception is plus 114. Very nice. Stuart says, sorry, it's my first time on the site. I watch 5 or 6 daily. No reason to be sorry, Stuart. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We definitely appreciate you. Oh, I never thought you were looking for a handout. I don't have a play on the total. That's for sure. I do not have a play on that total. The only thing that I bet is what I put out in the daily free play video. I bet USA on the money line. And I bet it before that line jumped, exactly what I said. William, thanks for tuning in. We probably have one of the most live, interactive, friendly live chats. That's for sure. That's for sure. We probably have one of the most friendly, live, interactive chats. That I do agree. That I do agree. So for everybody that's new to tuning in, first of all, welcome. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We go live 7 days a week, not just on Mondays. We go live 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, we go live at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Saturdays and Sundays, we go live an hour earlier at 9 a.m. Eastern time, a little earlier in the day on Saturdays and Sundays. William says, I took the Vikings minus 3.5 in the under 44. What do I think? I hope you win. I haven't bet the game yet. I have not bet the game yet. Seth, thanks for renewing early as well. I see you just renewed for another 3 days in my place. As far as taking USA -1, if you guys watched the actual daily free play video, I gave out a couple options. I said I was taking the money line at -160. And BetOnline had the option to do -0.5 a goal and -1 was one of the split bets, Asian spreads, which was my other option. Would I take laying 1? Honestly, I think at laying 1, you're betting to push. In my personal opinion, if you're laying 1, I think you're betting to push. That line has changed. On BetOnline, you can now get -1 or -222. If you missed it, I think your only option is the money line, and laying 222 is an expensive option. -$1.60 was much better. If you've, there's no shame in the game on laying off a bet because you missed the boat. You missed the boat. It's money line or bust on this one. And if you don't have the stomach to lay 222 in a very close game that could potentially end in a 0-0 final or a 1-0 game, then you probably shouldn't. Because honestly, the value was in the -160 on the money line last night when I posted the video. Seeing 222 or -1, -132, there's zero value in that soccer play right now. The value was in it last night before the line movement. Fact. Dustin, soccer, you don't always push in a 0-0 unless you bet the draw. You can bet the draw. The draw is +310. But I necessarily wouldn't bet the -222. Under -1.5 is +250. You could actually get under 2.5 and under 3, a split bet. Oh, sorry, hold on. You get under 2.5 -$1.18 right now. I was looking at the English League One game for that total. The draw is +310. But again, the value was in the money line what I bet, and I bet it last night again. I don't know. I can't emphasize that enough. The value was last night in the -160. And I clearly said that in the daily free play video. Dustin H, there are 3 ways, so you got to bet the draw. Unless you're betting them on the spread and it's a pick, then you would push. Just depends how you bet soccer, focus sports. Soccer's 3-way money line bets. 2 sides and a draw, unless you're betting the spread. How do our packages work? Well, you go to the website, cappersdirect.com. You click on the premium tab. Click on the premium tab. And here's a link to our packages. Click on the premium tab, scroll down, you pick a package that best suits your bankroll and your budget, and you get our premium plays online. Log in daily. We guarantee success. If you're not up at the end of the package, we extend it, and trust me, we know if you're up because we bet the games. All right, so diving into this game, first of all, you've got the Vikings laying 3.5 -106. You can get 3 -$1.25, plus 3.5 for the Bears -$1.14, -178 on the money line, over and under 44. First half total 21.5. First quarter total 7.5. This one does not have any second or third quarters or the fourth quarter listed. AT, if I get premium 3 days, will I get next plays? If you buy 3 days of premium plays, you'll get Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday premium plays. If you buy 3 days, you get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Taking a look at the first quarter. Wow, they actually have it spread out. You can actually bet the first quarter team total. Hartford Whalers, USA to win 1-0 is plus 500. It's probably a good one right there. Jeff D says, I can see USA score 2-0. I would be all for them winning 2-0, that's for sure. Yeah, Lex, I see it being a 1-0 game. All right, so we'll first dive into some props, and then we'll take a look at the game. All right, we get it. You said, let's go Browns. No need to post it here, 100 times. This is not SBR or the Pat McAfee show. All right, we see your comment. Oh. He's in a 300-second timeout. I didn't want to boot him just for saying, let's go Browns. I get it. The Browns fans are not used to winning, so sometimes they act out. All right? It's kind of like Bears fans. They're just not used to winning, so when they win, they act out. And just wait for the Cowboys to notch a victory. They'll be acting out as well. Daniel, thanks for jumping back on board another combo package. You got a week of premium plays, a week of my personal plays, guaranteed Saturday, the UFC Max Fight Pick, and the big Sunday NFL guaranteed play. But don't worry, it was only 300 seconds. If you can count that high, it's 5 minutes. Just a quick little timeout, just so he can reevaluate the team he's rooting for. Thank you, Daniel. Glad to have you back on board for another week as well. What do I think about Germany and Spain? No opinion on that one, Henry. To be honest, I really didn't dive into that one. I wouldn't want to make something up that I can't do. So diving into this game, start taking a look at things here. Passing touchdowns. Foles over 1.5 minus $1.30. Cousins over 1.5 is minus 103. When you start taking a look at them, nothing in that one is jumping out. Granted, Nick Foles has thrown 2 in his last 2 games, 2 apiece. 2 against the Titans, 2 against the Saints. I like the Nick Foles over 2 touchdowns. That Vikings secondary is weak. It is definitely weak. Will definitely allow Big Dick Nick to throw at least 2 touchdowns. I would imagine he can throw 2. Minus 130 is attractive. William, so whatever package I buy, if I have a losing week, you comp the next package. Well, we don't comp the next package. We take care of you until you're profitable. May take 1 day, may take 10 days. We take care of you until you're profitable. On premium plays and my personal plays. The Kirk Cousins over 1.5. I can't say I'm in love with. I know he lit the world on fire with Detroit. He threw 3 touchdowns. He hasn't thrown a pick in 2 games. He's got, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 touchdowns in the last 4 games. Out of the last 4 games, he's been under 2 passing touchdowns once. 3 out of the last 4 you would have hit. I do like Cousins over 1.5 as well. I do like him over 1.5. They're shutting your book down at the casino because of COVID. Well, open up a BetOnline account. Mike Smith, Big Dick Nick definitely spread like wildfire. Yeah, that's for sure. I wouldn't say that that's low for the Bears. I don't see interception props on BetOnline, unfortunately. Now, over and under receiving yards. Cook on BetOnline is 22.5. Eliezer, nope, haven't missed nothing just yet. We're just getting started. Go wherever you need to. Give me one quick second. Going back to receiving yards. Dalvin Cook over and under 22.5 is minus $1.14. The Bears, they have to have a game plan for him, plain and simple. His last 3 games, he's had over 22.5 receiving yards. Well, my bookie did have those issues paying people. They slow paid a lot of people. BetOnline, I just did a live cash out during the live show Saturday, or actually Sunday morning, yesterday morning. It took 1 minute for me to have I just did a quick little $1,000 cash out. Cash outs are pretty damn good at BetOnline. Can't beat them. Can't beat them, that's for sure. I'm actually trying to build a fun little parlay here of props. Now, for touchdowns at least, Cook having 1 is minus 333. As far as Cook getting 2+, he's at 150. 3 touchdowns or more, he's at plus 900. Do I think he goes off for 3 touchdowns today? No, but he did against Green Bay. What do you have, 4 against Green Bay? He's gone off all year long. Seattle was able to keep him in check. He only had 65 rushing yards. Rory says, FanDuel, they delay payouts by saying COVID. That sucks. That sucks. Now, a fun little parlay. William, I believe BetOnline is a 10-time rollover. But when I bet what I bet, I would go through my rollover pretty quick. But again, I've only taken a bonus from him once. I don't take a bonus. But a fun little parlay, Nick Foles to have over 1.5 passing TDs. Kirk Cousins to have over 1.5. Dalvin Cook to have over 22.5 receiving yards and at least 2 touchdowns pays plus 750. $294 bet on that one. Pays back $24.99, which their max parlay limit is $2,500 a bet. I'm not going to lie. I just bet that. As far as rollovers go, take them, don't take them, doesn't matter to me. What you guys do with your money is what you guys do with your money. What I always tell people, if you're in it for the long haul and you're going to be building your bankroll, take the free money. If you're worried about being able to cash out tomorrow, don't take the money. Focus Sports, did anyone hear about how the betting sites are withholding over $600 million from betting the president? Smart move. The president he's been declared the president by the Associated Press, not legally. The Electoral College hasn't cast their votes in the House of Congress yet, so knowing that there's going to be legal battles at the Supreme Court, 100%, why would you pay out the winner of the presidency? I don't care if I bet Biden. I wouldn't expect them to pay me just yet. He's not the president. He hasn't been inaugurated. Hell, he hasn't even been legally deemed president-elect by the Electoral College and accepted by Congress yet. So, as far as paying out who won the presidency, I don't know why they would yet. That's like paying out a full game bet at halftime when you know it's going to be contested. I don't care who the fuck you guys vote for. Joseph Taylor, dude, Biden won, knock it off. I don't care. I'm spitting facts. I'm spitting 100% facts. You must not, Joseph, know how the election process in the United States of America works. You might want to educate yourself before you start saying stuff. And again, one thing we don't talk about here is politics. And I don't care who the fuck you voted for. I don't care who the fuck you pray to. And I don't care how much money is in your bank account or not in your bank account. But as far as paying out the bets, I don't mind talking about that. As far as paying out the bets, he hasn't been legally deemed president-elect. There's a reason why he's not getting the national security report. So wait until the electoral colleges go to the House of Congress, cast their ballots, and then I promise you, once the court battles are all done, I promise you all the books will grade the losers, and the winners. I'm talking about a bet payout. I don't care who you guys think has won or didn't win. I could care less who you guys think won or didn't win. So, wait until it's official, and I promise you, the bets will be paid out. And it would be no different if it was legal to bet it in the United States of America. Do you think the books would have paid you? Manuel says, switch the subject, please. We're actually talking about betting, not politics. Because, again, I don't give a fuck who you guys voted for. Rich, I love it. Lex, I'm actually not talking politics. I'm actually talking about the betting side of it. I'm actually talking the betting side of it. So I guarantee you, if it was the sports books here in Vegas and you were legal to bet the presidency in the United States, would be exactly the same. Ricky Lee says, I bet Kyle wins this debate. Ricky Lee, that's a bet that I would take. Joe, it says, it took me a few hours to get paid for the Dustin Johnson and the Masters. Yeah, when it was all said and done, it took me a few hours to get paid on Dustin Johnson as well. Lex, I think they do have a promo code for match up to 1,000 or 2,000. Pretty sure they do. And again, we actually have 2 days of premium plays and 2 days of personal plays free for anybody that's not signed up with them if you go to our website and you read the very front of the page. But again, I'm not talking politics. I don't care who you guys voted for. I really don't. I really don't. It makes no difference. I promise you one thing. If they grade Biden as a winner, or they grade Trump as a winner, or they grade Canine as a winner, I promise you one thing. My life is not going to change. I'm still going to have Cappers Nation live 7 days a week. I'm still going to make a boatload of money doing what I do. One, because the company pays me handsomely. And two, I'm still going to bet the games. And three, life will still go on. So regardless of who is graded the winner, life is still going to go on. But I promise you, the books will grade a winner when it's deemed appropriate. So, Lex, exactly. If people are going to be insulting each other, I'll just boot them all. And here's another fact. You guys are still going to be here regardless of who they grade as a winner. Absolutely focus sports. We'll still be betting on sports regardless. So, as far as crazy, BetOnline doesn't have a Dalvin Cook rush yards. Might need to go to build a player prop for that one. Let me try looking under the player props under build a prop. Lex Steele says, I love Vegas. Can't go for a few more months. Ruben says, life goes on. Trump, Biden, Canine don't give a shit about point spreads, but we do. Let's hammer the books. We always will. We always will. Chicken Sauce says he's just bet under in the Bears. And again, I wasn't talking politics. I was talking the grading of sports bets and why they're not being graded yet. Rodney says, I think the Bears might pull it off today. All right, so Dalvin Cook rush yards over 83 is minus 208. He has had under 83 just 3 times. I know, Lex. No, I was just saying in general, if people are being disrespectful in the live chat, we'll give them the boot. Nobody needs to be disrespectful, that's for sure. Z11 purchased 3 days of premium plays. You get them online. Thank you. Thank you. I actually seen a couple orders came in, yours and on Lee's. Thank you. You get the premium plays online. Log back in. They're not posted yet, but they will be shortly. Right on the board for your pal Rory, right? You'll get them online, so log back into your account and you'll have access to them. And they'll be posted here in a little bit. Bobby Munoz, I don't trust Kirk Cousins. It's been pretty consistent over the last couple games, that's for sure. Boja, if we go on sports lockdown, what are we betting on? International sports, same. See, here's the thing. We didn't disappear during COVID. When American sports went away, we made a shit pile of money. That's what a lot of you guys don't realize, because a lot of you guys weren't with us in March, April, May, June, July, or August. When shit shut down, we made a shit pile of money betting international soccer, then South Korean baseball, then Japanese baseball. We made an absolute shit pile of money. I'll be honest with you guys. If American sports got shut down, I'm not the least bit concerned with betting international sports, knowing how much we're going to clean up on. That's for sure. That's for sure. Mr. Bayer was here. Tons of money. It was to the point where I had customers in the beginning that were like, I'm not betting soccer, I don't like soccer, screw soccer, I'm not betting this. If it's not American, I'm not betting it. Okay, no problem. It's funny. They all came back at one point, said, okay, can I resume my package? Now, it took us 4 or 5 days, a week, really to get in the swing of things. And we didn't have a lot of games to start out because we were applying what we do here. Handicapping is handicapping. And it's no different if it's the Tijuana Turtles or if it's soccer in Belarus. Or something in between. AKA American football, college football, basketball. We absolutely cleaned up. So, bring on another closure. We'll still clean up. I still went live 7 days a week, even when we didn't have games. Went live just to shoot the shit. And we still cleaned up. And we'll continue to clean up. Kyle was betting on sumo wrestling. No sumo wrestling, but we were close. Alex is back with his main account. Glad to have you back, brother. All right, so diving into this one. Diving into this one, when you start taking a look at Dalvin Cook, and his rush yards, they obviously have it high. Cody says, when grading a package, which would be a better first purchase option in your opinion? Personal premium? You know, Cody, you can't go wrong with either one. Some people want to be able to have access to me and get the games by text, but you get the games later. Whereas premium plays are posted online, usually before I send out my plays. Mike Smith, your bet on the World Ping Pong Championship was absolutely amazing. He's kidding, by the way, but I like it. Mike, I did give out a free play on soccer. That line's moved quite a bit. Jeremy Dickens says Kyle was 27-11 on free plays on the Tijuana Turtles. Cousins definitely has. Joe has a hard time on primetime games. Raymond, how do you do a prop parlay on BetOnline? You go down to the props, and there'll be a little box, and it's got a little thing, add to parlay, little plus symbol, and I add it to the parlay. You know, Dalvin Cook's rushing yards, I'm not a big fan of. Cody, no problem. You can't go wrong with either one. Either one will treat you right. Brandon says, hey, Kyle, you made me some money with a free pick. Man, I'm rolling with you, bro. I'm at work. Got to go. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Brandon, for tuning in and rolling with us as well. Christopher Bear, get Kyle good at snooker. Maybe good at playing snooker. I'm not a big fan of the prop on his rushing yards today. I definitely think it's juiced. Does he break, 80-something yards? He probably does. But I'm not a giant fan of it. Dalvin Cook to have 22 receiving yards is minus 161. Him to break 19, to have at least 19 is 208. Keep in mind, he only averages 2 receptions a game. He's not a big receiving back. Now, he's ripped off some great runs after the catch. But for instance, in his last game, he had 2 receptions for 46 yards. He was targeted twice, and that's it. In his last game. Game against Green Bay, he was targeted 3 times. And he caught all 3 for a touchdown. Christian Gomez, Arizona late 2.5, kneeling the extra point at the end. Cost me a 3K parlay. Yeah, I hear that one. Could have cost him a win. And sadly, they're not worried about us betting, that's for sure, unfortunately. Adam says he'll be getting checkdowns with the pass rush coming. As long as they're not using him as a blocking back today, I can definitely see that. Real Champ says not a lot of targets, but he gets it a lot of yards per reception. So here's the thing. I actually really like the prop. Dalvin Cook to have, his receiving yards. Now, over 18 is minus 222. You got to lay juice to get it anywhere under 22 yards. Now, when he does get a catch, he gets some good yardage out of it. That's a fact. his reception count prop, at least 3 is minus 114. To have at least 2 is minus 256. I'm not sure I really like that one. I'm not sure I really like that one at all. As far as touchdowns go, at least 2 is plus 150. I kind of like that one. You know he's going to be a target, running the ball, as well as receiving down in the red zone, if they do get deep in the red zone. As far as his carries go, you know, he had 22 in the last game, which was low. 22, 30, 17, 27, 22. The only reason he's been getting so many carries is because they've been playing from ahead. When they're getting blown out of the water, he doesn't get as many carries. I'd have to say the safe number of carries would be somewhere around 20 if I was to bet it. But 20's minus 263, 21's, you know, the difference, and this is what the books know, the difference between having at least 20 carries and at least 21 carries is the difference between 21 is at 179 and 20 is at 263. Take, for instance, their game against Seattle. They were ahead for most of the game. He still ended up with just 17 carries. Rodney, what is passing yards at 218 and a half means? Means over 218 and a half. Nathan, he's probably looking at a teaser or buying it up. But as far as this one goes, I like his carries at 21. Yeah, Angelo, it's nice weather. 22 is more attractive at 141. Nathan says books are going to clean up tonight. But keep in mind, he only had 22 carries against Detroit. He had 22 against Tennessee. He had 27 against Houston, 30 against Green Bay. And keep in mind, if they're ahead, he can easily get 6 to 8 runs, which would be needed in order to break 22, 23 runs, in my opinion, at the very end of the game. And if they struggle to run against Khalil Mack and company, yeah, Joe Freese's column on DraftKings and Dalvin Cook's receiving yards is over 16.5 at minus 139. That's great, right? The only thing you have to consider, Joe, is he averages 2 catches a game. So you're really only going to get 2 chances. You're going to get 2 to 3 solid chances to break whatever his yardage prop is. But if I had it at 16.5 minus 139, I'd bet the house on it. I'd bet the house on it. Because trust me, I've looked. And I see his receiving yards at 22 is minus 161. 23 is minus $1.14. You're going to need 2 to 3. Now, in the game against Seattle, he had 5 receptions for 24 yards. Keep in mind, the only reason that he actually broke the 20-yard mark in the last 2 games is because he had 2 really long receptions. Henry says, I think a lot of play action tonight, more than likely. And Chris, 19.5 minus $1.10. You know, he's only broken 20 in his last 3 games. But you have to remember, when the Vikings are behind, if the Vikings come out and they're playing from behind, I wouldn't expect him to get a lot of runs in the second half. If at the half they're down by 2 scores, if the Vikings are down by 10 to 14 points, I would not expect Cook to get a lot of runs. So this one, you know, I can see it being a risky proposition because you know he's only going to get 2 catches. He's only had over 2 receptions once this entire year. He's only had 2 receptions once for the entire year. And that was against Seattle. He had 5 receptions for only 24 yards. Little check down passes. So be careful on the Dalvin Cook receptions over prop, okay? Him getting at least 2 receptions, I like that. Probably more so than the actual reception yardage. But again, I'm not a fan of, over 2. I wouldn't lay the 3. Over 2 is 256. I wouldn't hit it. I'd probably be more inclined to take his carries prop. Over 21 is 179. That seems to be more consistent along the lines of what he gets. The difference between 20 and 21 is the difference between laying 263 at over 20 and minus 179 at 21. So as far as props go in this one, you know, I definitely think there's going to be some valid props. As far as, and we'll dive more into it here. I'll take a look at some of the other ones as well that definitely interest me. Let me dive into them again. And not just on the Vikings side. For the Bears on BetOnline, you'd actually have to go to the build a player prop. As far as touchdowns, at least, they did get Jimmy Graham a touchdown in their last game. Him to score 1, and he's plus 200. I can definitely see him being a big part of it. You know, getting Jimmy Graham involved is definitely going to be a big part to their game. Him having a touchdown at plus 200, it's nice. No doubt about it. Jimmy Graham to have at least 1 touchdown and Dalvin Cook to have 2 pays plus 650 as a parlay. Pays plus 650 as a parlay. You add in Nick Foles to have over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Doesn't add much to the parlay. Doesn't add much to it. Takes it from plus 650 to just plus 670. Not much at all adding that one to it. No real value in adding that, if you ask me. Taking a look at some other avenues to go. With Robinson being questionable, I don't know if I'd necessarily would throw him in the mix. Of a touchdown prop today. Just for the fact that screen's frozen. Thank you. I'll get it fixed. Sorry, I'm never looking at that screen, so thank you. Just trying to look outside of the box for added value when it comes to touchdowns and other props. Now Adam Thielen, he's a plus 120. He's got 7 touchdowns on the year. He hasn't had a touchdown in 2 games. He really hasn't been an impact as they've been given the ball to Cook. He's had 5 receptions in his last 2 games. 8 over the last 3 games. Whereas he had 9 against Seattle for 80 yards with 2 touchdowns. Other than that, when it comes to, Cousins throwing the ball, the only reliable one would be Thielen to get a touchdown as far as receiving touchdowns go. Now, we all know Cook and his 12 rushing touchdowns, that's a given. Now, you add Adam Thielen to that parlay. Jimmy Graham to have 1, Dalvin Cook to have 2, Adam to have 1. It's a total of 4 touchdowns. That parlay pays plus 1550 if you can hit the touchdown props correctly. $151 pays back $24.91.50. Jared says Bears money line. I like it. I like the bold prediction. I don't know if I'd necessarily bet the Bears money line. Or Chris says Bears money line as well. I don't know if I'd necessarily bet that one. Give me one quick second. Oop. Now again, the Jimmy Graham and Dalvin Cook prop. Jimmy Graham to have 1, Dalvin Cook to have 2. Pays plus 650. Just so you know, I like that. Jared, I've looked at both teams' opponents, absolutely. I've looked at it all. looked at it all. As far as the full game goes and the side and all of that, there's definitely money to be made. I did just see a message come across my phone asking when premium plays and my personal plays will be out. They will be out shortly. When we get off the live show, premium plays will go up shortly, as well as my personal plays will go out a little bit later this afternoon. Real champ. Lions almost killed you with that bad beat. Give me one quick second. Okay. As far as the full game goes, now I like the prop Dalvin Cook and Jimmy Graham each to have the touchdowns today. Dalvin Cook to have 2 at plus 150. Jimmy Graham to have 1 at plus 200. Those would be 2 little small props. I've already bet them while I was live with you guys. We'll put those up on the board, then we'll get the full. And remember, props. The way we bet props, when we bet props, I'm putting this right here, we bet props small, all right? Bet the props small. Over 1.5 TDs. Where's it at? Which was plus 150. And then Jimmy Graham's is plus 200 for 1. Yep, plus 200. Actually, we'll word it 1 or more. Because that's how it's worded on the site. So there's the 2 props that I will be betting. Now, the prop for Dalvin Cook's carries under the build-up prop, I do lean towards it, but I'm going to steer clear of that one today. Chris says the public is going to be all over the Vikings, but the Bears win. Watch. I don't necessarily know if I would say the public will be all over the Vikings because we've already seen the percentages shift. Keep in mind, there's more money coming in on the Bears. If you guys remember correctly, it was 69-31 when we started the breakdown an hour ago. It's now very even. It's 53-47. So to say that the public is going to be all over the Vikings is an incorrect statement. It's 53% as of right now on Minnesota, and they had 69% on the handle less than an hour ago. Okay, so the new update is 53-47. If you take out 3% for error, you can either have an even Steven 50-50 action game or 56-44. So as far as the money aspect goes, pretty even. Pretty even. And that's by the books doing what they're doing, adjusting the line from 3 to 3.5. So reverse line movement on the line. Oh, El Capo, you know it's because sharp money came in on the Bears, huh? Let's hear some actual real sharp bettors that actually can move the money. Because the people that you follow on Twitter or on YouTube that act like they're sharp, they only bet, they're not betting big on games. They bet hundreds on the games. It's funny, I seen some guy post yesterday his Masters bet, but yet he's some real big sharp bettor betting $90 on a game. I promise you, their $100, their $300, their $500 bets didn't push the line from 2.5 to 3.5. El Capo, I'm going to see tonight. What am I going to see tonight? That sharp money came in on the Bears? Can you prove it to me that the sharp money came in on the Bears? Can you prove it in any which way that sharp money is the reason why the line went to 3.5? Because if sharp money was coming in on the Bears, that line would be dropping for the Vikings, not going up. So your statement is 100% ass backwards with your analogy. Now, the Bears may win, yes. I agree with you. The Bears may win. However, your analogy that it was a sharp money on the Bears that pushed the line to 3.5, your thinking and your logic is ass backwards. Because when the sharps bet a line, they move the line in the direction of their betting. When the actual real sharp bettors bet. Laugh out loud, we'll see tonight. I haven't said anything about the outcome of the game. I haven't said if I think the Bears will win or if I think the Vikings win or if the Vikings cover or the Bears cover and lose. I haven't said if I like the over or the under. So I don't know what you're LOLing about that we'll see. All I said was about your comment about sharp money. It's incorrect. It's actually a wrong statement. Money came in on the Bears, yet the line keeps going up, right? Imagine that one. JU said you must not have seen Brady's undefeated Thursday night football game this season, right? All I did was give percentages. Fantastic. El Capo has never lost a game. Fantastic. Sippies, I'm having a fantastic day. I hope you are as well. I hope you are as well. Do I have any specific bets? Oh, now he knows the NFL is rigged. Fantastic. All right. Have a great day, El Capo. See you later, buddy. Yes, I have given out small props that we bet small on so far. Dalvin Cook over 1.5 touchdowns at plus 150. Jimmy Graham 1 or more TDs at plus 200. I just flashed it on the board again. And again, full disclaimer. I don't care if you guys have a different opinion than me at all. I actually respect your guys' opinion. If you guys are on the opposite side of me, that's fine and dandy. I can appreciate that. But if you want to come in here and disrupt the flow of our show and you just want to be a douchebag, we don't need that. There's too many of those. He can go back to SBR. All right? He can go back to SBR or the other people that are out there. I'm sure Mitch can use the views, so go watch that one. Golden Boy, how can I bet USA and Panama? Which site, please? BetOnline has it. BetOnline has it. Roy says, you're the best Kyle Whiteboard. I'm at work. As far as the USA and Panama game goes, you can bet on BetOnline. The line keeps going up. There's no value in it right now. If you've missed the boat, you've missed the boat. To be honest, I'm going to be honest with you. As of right now, the line's 257, and USA's laying 1.5. Mike says, the quote, you can fade me. Let me know how it works out for you. Hey, it's okay. They can hit the thumbs down. They help us when they hit the thumbs down too. Joe says he'd be the only one in SBR, right? Oscar, I do lean towards the under. I think it's going to be... Here's the thing. When I gave out the game yesterday, the line was minus 160. I was expecting USA to win 1-0, just like they did last time they played Panama, just like they seem to do in all their games, 1-0 or 0-0 as a worst-case scenario. The line is now 257 and -1 and -1.5. I'm not laying 1 and 1.5. Sippy, we're always friends. Sippy, we're always friends, brother. I'm not going to lay 1.5 or 1 on Team USA. Now, Team USA to score 2 seems like it takes an act of God for them to score 2 goals or more. Chris says he's got 2K on USA. That's a big bet. It's more than I got. This was a $500 bet for me. This was a $500 bet for me on USA last night. When you take a look at Panama, they've never given up more than a goal. Granted, we bet against them against Japan, and they lost 1-0, even with a red card. They beat Costa Rica 1-0. They beat, actually, Costa Rica twice in 3 days, 1-0. They beat Guatemala 2-0. They had a 0-0 draw with Nicaragua. It's been since November of last year before they've given up 2 goals or more, where they gave up 3 to Mexico in back-to-back games. They gave up 2 to Bermuda in a loss. And it's not necessarily Panama. You know, they did play USA in January where they lost 3-0. But Team USA, they had a 0-0 draw against Wales. Quality game there. They had a 1-0 game in February against Costa Rica. They haven't put the points on since they were playing last year. What I don't like in this game, and I mean, they did play Panama. They beat them 3-0. Chris, I gave out USA minus $1.60 yesterday. The spread is too high now, or the money line is too high now. If I did anything right this second, last night, I have a bet on a minus 160. I have a bet on a minus 160. My personal opinion, I predicted the game to be a 1-0 game. As far as this game goes, the total is over and under 2.5. Panama you can get +1.5 and +1 minus $1.10 as of right now, which I think there's value on that because I capped the game at 1-0. Chris, should I do -1.5? No, I never would. Jeremiah says, please do more international soccer. We do. James says, today changes Kyle, USA 2-0. I think there's value in USA to win by 1, -1.5. I just don't know. It's possible. I didn't see anything offensively in their game against Wales. Panama's been playing decent. They held Japan to 1 goal. The under 2.5, I think, is in play. I wish, if I could get under 3, I would take under 3. Under 2.5, I'm still a tad bit scared. Stockton call in the building. You know, but I do lean towards the under 2.5 in that game. But watch, it'll be 2-1 or 3-0 with my luck if I was to bet it. So that's that one. But back to Monday Night Football. Back to Monday Night Football. As far as the game goes, Jeremiah hit the nail on the head, in my opinion. I mean, that's what I predicted it at. Vikings and Bears is 3.5 right now, -105. You can get 3 at -130. You know, Jeremiah, under 3, I don't mind because you're looking at a push. You know what I mean? If for some reason it gets to 3, and you get a push on 3, I kind of like that. Number 4, Sly. Number 4. As far as this game goes, well, if Bears win by less than 3, the Bears cover since they're catching 3.5 anyways. Sippy says, I'm your biggest fan because of your love for Southern Miss. No, Southern California. University of Southern California. Not Southern Miss. Just teasing you, Sippies. Justice, I think there's value in under 2.5 right now. I don't think there's any more value in betting USA. I really don't. I'm giving everybody that disclaimer. The value was at -160. I don't think there's any value. But then again, you know, maybe it hits. But as far as this game goes, the total over and under 43.5. I think we see points. If you guys can't allude to that, on the board right here, I've been giving you guys touchdown props. All right, Cook's going to hit his 2 touchdown props. That's a fact. He'll probably hit 3 as well. The way that he's been rolling, he probably has a monster game against the Bears. I think Nick Foles has a solid game. And I know that's saying a lot of Big Dick Nick, but I think he does. I think he has a solid game. That's for sure. So, as far as the points being scored, I'm taking the over. All right? I'm taking the over. Free official play over 43.5. So for everybody riding the under, I wish you guys the best of luck. And hell, you guys might win. I might lose this one. But numbers don't lie. And I'm going to keep going with what I go with. And I'm going to go against the grain here. Vikings, Bears, oh my. Remember, props, we always bet smaller. Props, we bet smaller. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Justice, if the games are circled, if it's a circle game, they generally won't let you parlay both side and total of the game. So there's that one, guys. And again, as full disclaimer, as far as the USA game goes, the value was at minus 160. Don't be scared, Rich. Don't be scared. 3 touchdowns and a field goal by each. Keep in mind, you guys want more prop bets, go bet the over 1.5 for Nick Foles as well as Cousins, over 1.5 each. Those are winners. We can put them up on the board, but I'm too lazy right now. Smart man, J. Hugh. Smarter man, Sly. It's Monday, you better go with an odd number. 3 or 5 would probably be better. Or maybe lucky 7. Lucky number 7. All right, guys and gals, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. If you are new to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button right now. That way you do not miss out on anything that we do. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be live again. We'll be live again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 Pacific. 10 a.m., 4 Pacific. I'm all messed up. 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific. So hit that subscribe button as well as hit the thumbs up button. Help us out. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Chris, what was the 4-team parlay that I did? What I did was I did Nick Foles over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Dalvin Cook over 22.5 receiving yards. As well as Dalvin Cook to have 2 or more touchdowns. I did a $294 bet that pays back $22.05. And then I also did one more where I did Jimmy Graham scores 1 touchdown. Dalvin Cook's got 2. And Adam Thielen of the Vikings has 1. I did 151, pays back $23.40. Chris, if you want my opinion on the side of the game, that's going to be premium plays. So for our premium play members. Do I lean? I don't lean any direction. I have a solid bet on the premium play that will be being posted here shortly. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I wish everybody the best of luck today. It doesn't matter if you're riding with us, against us. I always wish everybody the best of luck. I want everybody to win. All right? I want everybody to win. Anthony, can Cook go off like he has? Absolutely. He can. He can also get shut down too. And then it'll be up to Nick Foles. Up to Kirk Cousins to do the job for them. Focus, I like that one. I like that one. Nick Foles over 200, I like. Yeah. Scott, that was fun. Let's do it tomorrow. Only because you asked, and only if you say please. If you say please, if you ask nicely, Scott, we'll do it tomorrow. If not, I'm taking Mac Action Tuesday off. Just kidding. Don't worry, we're not taking Tuesday off. And again, we have more than just the side as a premium play. We actually have some added in bonuses that are going to be real good. All right, that are going to be real good. Thank you, Darren Masters. I appreciate that. Yeah, the passing yards, you can do a build a prop, but they've got Nick Foles at at over and under 265, minus 114. So if you're getting 200, I like it. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. CK, just hit the rewind button. They're all on the board. Just hit the rewind button. All right, guys, have a great Monday. Blessed Monday. Bet responsibly. All right? Bet responsibly. Jeremiah, I think you got a winner. Good luck, everybody.